Now, the first Belarus and Africa Forum kicked off today in its capital, Minsk. It's partnered with Afreximbank to hold this two-day conference in the country. Selected African business people were invited to discover and expand new business opportunities with Belarus. Our correspondents Raissa Okoi and Pierre Kanga sent this to us from the first day of the forum.
Last year, the government of Belarus invited Afreximbank to come and visit Belarus. We decided to study what that visit would do for Africa. And we found that Belarus had tremendous capacities for producing the investment goods Africa needs for developing its infrastructure, its mining sector, and similar activities. So we decided to find some of our clients who are also in this business to accompany us to do that visit. We had a very, very fruitful visit. We were amazed at the capacities we saw here. The capacity to produce tractors that Africa needs for its agriculture, as well as agricultural equipment, the capacity to produce mining equipment, the capacity to produce trucks for logistics and buses, the capacities in ICT, and of course, their well-known global capacity in producing potash fertilizer. So we decided that this was a partnership that we should develop, because we at Afreximbank are promoting trade with other countries outside Africa that would enable Africa acquire the capital goods it needs now to develop. We and the Belarusian authorities committed $800 million facility in support of Belarus Africa trade. We decided to put in place what we call Belarus Africa Trade and Investment Financing Facility, BATIF for short. And the idea of this is that the facility will be available to African entities that want to buy the Belarusian goods. It will also be available for Belarusian entities that want to buy African goods.
During years of former Soviet Union, we supplied some machinery and equipment, mostly tractors, some trucks to Africa. And they are well known in Africa, they are rather popular. But after some years, we were not very active on this market. And now our entities are going to expand. And we also think that Africa is one of the most perspective regions in the world with huge potential. And that is why we are going to finance deals of our clients with African partners, and that is why we found a very reliable partner on this market. I mean, Afreximbank. We had a memorandum of understanding with them. Have, for our opinion, very good instrument that could support our exporters, and also this instrument could support African importers of our equipment with good financial conditions.
We are invited by Afreximbank because we're trying to be financing our company. We always do manufacture in motorcycle, and we are trying to be in the agro business. So we heard that Belarus have a lot of potentiality in this area, so that's why we decided to come. So when we sent out the invitation, they tried to give us a briefing for what Belarus is doing, and with all the pictures and everything. So we think, why not? Because Burkina Faso is right in the mining field, is a very growing business. So we're trying to see how can we accommodate, and just looking for business for affairs. That's it.